Primetime. That's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
I'm not running over the Barnett Tower and heaving myself off.
And Leon Searcy.
Now, you come across that middle, you have some meat on your bone.
How you like me now? How you
Welcome in, hump day. Middle of the week. Big Sur talks about coming across the middle. You have completed half of your task. Half of the work week is done. Next up is the second half. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday right here on XL Primetime. And that middle linebacker definitely has been a topic of conversation as far as this football team is concerned in Duval. Who's going to be the starter? Who's going to make the roster? All that type of stuff. Last day that we are going to be treated to seeing practice. So some decisions and declarations got to be done on XL Primetime today, even though they don't have to trim this 53-man down until a little bit later. They could still trot out 90 when they head down to the joint, not joint practices, when they head down to the joint in SoFlo. I have learned, they added all those words yesterday to the Cambridge Dictionary, all the slang terms from Gen Z, including Delulu and tradwife, which really tradwife could mean anything if we're being serious. But now just joint. The joint. It means joint practice.
The hipster.
Yeah,
Coach.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's I don't
Dorks.
Gen Z, Gen X, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure.
joint.
But everything now is so much shorter whenever you're on X, Meta, whatever they want to call that, TikTok. It just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Joint practice, Big Sirs.
Yeah. I had a few.
Yeah.
Had a few back in my day with the Steelers. I think the Redskins. I know they're not the Redskins anymore, but
Right.
they were the Redskins back then. We would travel to Maryland to practice against them. When I was here with the Jaguars, Tampa Bay was the team of choice that we had joint practices with.
Well, as long as you and Anthony Campanile said this after practice, and players say it all the time, you get to see a different colored jersey, you get to see another uniform that you're going against, but it is also about kind of being sharp because you're used to seeing a lot of the same things. Not necessarily exactly scripted out practice to practice every day, but you get used to seeing a lot of the same formations in play, right?
Because I mean, when you go into practice, it becomes a little mundane going up against the same guy all the time, whatever. And sometimes you develop a routine with guys. So having someone on the opposite team that's going to give you some different variations of maneuvers and moves and stuff like that, it can be a little bit challenging, but that's what you want.
Yeah,
you want to be in stressful situations where you have to come out on top on it. But, it's also a very sad day, to be quite honest with you, Joe. It's because a lot of these kids, the days are dwindling down to though, and they might have to go home.
They might pack it up.
You're talking about Tuesday at 4 o'clock. They're cut.
I'll just tell you guys this. Today, whenever they started working a little more in teams, second half of practice today, you saw first team, second team, and you're used to seeing third team. And they would do it where you'd see that, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
First team, second team, third team. You have a couple guys that may switch and platoon at one position or whatever. But anyway, they basically towards the end started going back and forth between first and second team. You know what that tells me? Third team, that's all you're going to see in that Sunday's game. Or Saturday's game.
Yeah, but I was being a little pessimistic, saying that only a couple of days, but you have a couple of days of opportunity.
Yeah.
To make a name for yourself.
Oh yeah.
If not for the Jaguars or someone else.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked. I mean, my guess is they probably know they're 53 right now. I mean, unless somebody really does something really wild at that joint practice, they know what they've got.
Yeah, and so you basically look at it. We were talking in the pre-show that they have in their mind a good idea who 50 of the 53 people are, and I think that in years past we probably could go through the depth chart and we could immediately pick out here, and there's only one or two question marks, basically. Well, there was a problem with that because there wasn't enough good competition. There wasn't anybody necessarily challenging somebody else. I do think that's actually happening this go-around. Now, it may still be the same set of 50 guys, but it's who's going to get more playing time. That's kind of been the storyline coming out of camp. You need to keep your job through competition.
Yeah, I went and broke it down like, the big fella usually breaks it down in the morning to get my 53-man roster, So
I do like the fact that big fella breaks it down.
Breaks it down. I go to pen and pad. I go old school. I'm not going to go read all these names, of course not, but I'm just going to give you the number in which positions that I felt comfortable with. I had 10 linemen.
Okay.
That's kind of right.
All right, so let's stay on the offense. You got 10 linemen.
I got 10 linemen. You know, I don't want to go through the whole names. I got three.
Right.
I got 3 tight ends.
Hang on one second. Let's go through the 10 because I think the 10 linemen are important.
Well, we can do that in a second. I just want to hear these numbers.
Yeah, these numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 10 linemen. I got 3 tight ends.
Right.
I got 6 receivers.
6.
Yeah, I got 6. I got 4 running backs.
Okay.
And 2 quarterbacks.
Okay, so right now you're at 25.
25,
okay?
yes.
And so when you look at it, basically, if you land, depending on how you want to do this, 26 players on one side of the ball, 24 on the other, depending on how you do it with your special teams guys. But you landed on 25.
Yeah, I landed on 25.
And then there's basically you want to get to the last 3 on the roster are punter, kicker, snapper.
Yeah.
And that's your 53. And then depending on how they'll do a designation for an emergency quarterback. And
some cats I put on here for special team reasons only.
Yeah.
So I had to include. So I had to include them. I don't see them playing that much, but I think they'd be good special teams.
Well, this is the special teams capital of the world.
Of course.
Don't forget that.
Yes.
Okay.
We wave the flag proudly.
This is where it happens. All right. Cam Little is now the ambassador of the special teams capital of the world, already sending memorabilia from the 70-yard boot to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Okay. That's how special special teams are here in the city of Jacksonville. All right. So you guys start thinking about this a little bit. How many do you have on both sides of the ball? Who do you think is roster worthy? Who do you think is, hey, I should start to get a little nervous? Have I done enough to make this football team? I'm in with Jaguars today, and we're talking a little bit about, say, use Irwin, the Crocanta, versus Josh Cephas as 2 wide receivers that could be the 5th or 6th guy as you view it. Who stays and who is more valuable to this team beyond the wide receiver position? Because that's what it comes down to. Those guys are going to be seen a little bit in game action, but a lot in special teams. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you, but I think Cephas has an edge just because, and I know he's dropped a couple balls. He's clearly, after you get past Parker Washington, he's clearly their best receiver.
Yeah, I feel like right now you have 4 running backs that have a really good, that are going to make the roster. At least I feel like they are. You had 4 on yours. Matt, we'll go through your numbers too. But I think most of us agree that every one of these cats has flashed and shown an ability to make plays, especially with this new offense. So then, instead of carrying 4 tight ends, you may only carry 3, which is what you got, and same number that I've got. And then you figure out, okay, who's the 5th and 6th wide receiver. Other than that, 3 tight ends, you can go month-long Brenton Strange.
Done.
And you can go with your first 4 in your wide receiver room because you know who they are. It's the
last 2,
It's the big 3 with Brian Thomas Jr., Travis, and Diami. And then you have Parker Washington, who's had a hell of a camp. And then you got to go 5 and 6 on that bad boy.
Yeah. Parker Washington might be the 3 right now, by the way.
Well, I guess it does depend on how Travis Hunter plays.
No, I mean, even if like Travis Hunter's healthy and everything, I mean, I don't know how you keep Parker Washington off the field right now.
Well, I just think the beautiful thing about that rotation with the wide receivers, especially with the way they're planning on using all of their weapons, the versatility with the play call, is that you can almost use Travis Hunter, Parker Washington, and De'Ami Brown in some rotation. And
right, which
really
is good. I think the more the more you can go deeper into your 4 allows Travis Hunter to play more on defense, which is good.
Oh, yeah. So I guess they are going to see where that goes because the fact that both things have happened on both sides of the ball, Parker Washington has been able to step up and prove that he's valuable to this football team. And then the other guys, the Jarian Jones of the world, have proven that they're good enough to hold down one side of the ball. Tyson Campbell out there in a non-contact jersey, so we'll get into that coming up. All right, so you guys start thinking about the roster. We're going to talk a little college football today in the 1 o'clock hour. DJ Lagway back practicing full, so we're going to get into that with some Gator talk, everything else that's going on in the SEC and the ACC as we got big ball games coming up, that's for sure. All right, Golf Club of Southampton, they bring you today's show. We would love to see you out at the 9 after 5 tonight. It's kind of a warm afternoon, so hydrate, but don't keep that golf bag tucked away. Grab it, come on out, We can play a 9-hole game, a little skins game, some food afterwards, prizes, hydrate like a son of a gun, and come on out and have a good time. The 9 after 5, call 287-PLAY, and hopefully we'll see you a little after 5 tonight. Roster cut down right here on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. The tape doesn't lie, and neither does he. Jeff Lockeman breaks down the film and shares his insights with you Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Check the Tape Tuesday. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, Butler Point, and now in Ortega Park. Chicken Salad Chick.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
The coolers are full at your local Gate gas station, making it easy for you to cruise in and cruise out with little downtime. Ice cold Coronas, Natty Light, Stella Artois, and Michelob Ultra. Don't forget the king of beers, Cold Buds. Gate's got them in the cooler, waiting for you.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. Right now, you can get 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card and $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. It's a smart way to handle big vehicle needs like new tires, brakes, or repairs without the upfront cost. With no interest for 6 months, there's never been a better time to schedule. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Want your son or daughter to enjoy sports year-round? Then log on to I-9 Sports with fall and winter registration open right now, including girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast. I9sports.com. Enter 1010 for a discount.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. Clayton, I've got a simple question. How much does a 1-carat diamond cost?
Frank, that's an impossible question to answer because a carat is only a measure of weight for gemstones. It'd be no different than me saying, I have a beautiful wife. She weighs 125 pounds, which you'd find is a ridiculous description. Diamonds are graded for 4 factors, and carat weight is only one of those factors. The others are cut, color, and clarity, and each of these factors is graded specifically and set by a certified gemologist in an accredited gem laboratory. So when you ask about a diamond's weight, we're going to tell you more than just the price. At Underwoods, we want a customer to understand how all 4 factors of diamond quality relate back to the rarity and value of the diamond. Needless to say, we all understand the value of a dollar. At Underwoods, we want our customers to know what their dollar buys in diamond value. So if you're shopping for the best, stop by Underwoods.
That's at Underwoods in San Marco, in Avondale, or at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
I am a little sad that you go from a 90-man roster down to 53. You still got the practice squad as well. So that means there's going to be some more dudes that are going to be sticking around in making paychecks and making plays. They're not all going to be cut. But you see this, like, you guys on YouTube, you can punch it up. Just find us on YouTube, search XL Primetime. But anyway, this is a big old spreadsheet, okay, man? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of players that are on this bad boy. Now, you see my numerical roster, Leon?
I see it, bro.
I have sweated so much through that bad boy.
Yeah.
Some of those numbers and names are worn out.
Have you adopted a guy who's on the fence that could probably make it?
Well, I've been all over the map. Okay?
Yeah,
you know I love training camp Trammell.
Yeah.
Okay. He's one of my dudes because more than anything else, I can look eye to eye at him. Okay, that's number one. I don't know how he takes the abuse he takes, my size, but he's out there. But the other guys that I like the Croc Hunter. Irwin, who's made some decent plays, and he's a guy that shows some special teams value.
I got him making it on special teams.
Yeah, and there's a few other guys that I've fallen that I've kind of and believe me, I'm all of a sudden in on Wormley as one of the offensive linemen that I've been paying attention to. Yes, he's probably going to be a practice squad guy.
Yeah, I got him on practice squad.
He has been in there platooning quite a bit at a couple of different positions. So there have been some other ones. So I like going through them and adopting one or two. And I'll throw a couple more names at you coming up here in just a second. All right, so I think we spend a little time on the lines of scrimmage and then probably the linebackers. But everywhere else, we just kind of went through tight ends. We know who they are. We just basically gave you the wide receivers. Are you guys all in agreement? Who's your fifth and sixth? Are you in agreement there? It's 80 and 83?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, any no disagreement there? All right. And so we basically have the roster.
I'd love to see training camp Trammell.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
That's the sixth, but
he might be, but I think he's a practice squad guy. You bring him up when you need him, is basically what it'll be. And there's only so much eligibility that they have when it comes to the practice squad. But since the pandemic took place, they've been a hell of a lot more forgiving.
Well, those guys, those bubble guys, those guys on the fence, I mean, they've got to make an impact in special teams in some capacity. That's how you got to go blow somebody up. And you know what? It's kind of hard for them to do it now because of the structure of the kickoff. I mean, it used to be in days of old, 5-10 years ago, where the kickoff team, if you had a guy that was flying down there, busting up a play.
The gunners.
Those type of guys like that, then you knew you had a special team.
The wedge buster.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think the game's clearly not going to do anything for anybody. I don't care what they do in the game. I think in the joint tomorrow, if somebody really stands out, I think they got a chance.
Yeah.
I think that the game really is for these guys to try and put something on tape in case they can hook on somewhere else. Yeah.
And by the way, there have been players that have come from the I don't even know what it's called now, the XFL, the UFL, whatever it's called, that have come up, that have been given an opportunity. They'll take some of that tape and go right back there and do it.
Yeah, but I think this third game, because of all the threes are going to probably play, if you get a guy, he'll probably be a practice squad guy you want to bring on your team to replace another guy. So, I mean, do you think these guys come Saturday or Sunday when they play are going to be teams going to be looking at them to put them on the roster?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
all practice squad.
All practice squad. Yeah.
And so, like right now, you got 17 defensive linemen, 19 defensive backs. The numbers may have changed with the last couple transactions that took place because they just added Saunders to the defensive line. But you also have a dozen wide receivers. You've got 15 offensive linemen. You got a lot of guys that are trying to catch somebody's eyes, like we say, if not here, somewhere. That's what they're hoping for. All right, so let's hit the offensive line because that's the most important thing on that side of the ball. So you got, who are you putting in as your starting right guard?
My starting right guard?
So right now, by default, you got Walker, Anton, Ezra, who's the MVP of training camp, and then Robert Hainsey. Who do you have at that right guard position?
Patrick.
Okay, I got McCary too.
I got McCary.
Yeah, I have no problem putting 65 in there.
No problem.
All right, so who are your next guys?
Let me see.
Offensive line.
I got Walker. I got Fred. I got Ezra. I got Wyatt. I got Robert. I got Jonah. I got Patrick. I got Chuma, Anton, and I got Cole. Even though he's on IR.
Yeah,
I got the same group.
Yeah. I think Cole Van Lannon ends up on IR, and they.
I think if he gets healthy, they might make a move.
Right. I think that's how it happens. Is that they end up opening up another spot by putting him on IR, see whether he's able to come back. So that's why I'm kind of in love with the idea. Adoga, Monheim right now have won jobs. Wyatt Milam has, as far as quality backups. I don't want to say they're starters, but as far as quality backups, Milam's been the guy that's been cross-training left and right. He's a draft pick. You're not going to cut him. You're not going to put him on the practice squad. And then after that, you can definitely go with Fred, okay? Because Fred's basically won that rotating swing guy on both sides of the ball. I'm back and forth between 9 and 10 offensive linemen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fighting right now. And like I said, I'm in on 61 for whatever reason. I just like what I've seen from him, and I feel like he's got a chance maybe to do something here. Sal out of Penn State, I'm calling him. The other guys, Javon Foster is not going to make this team.
No. Not even on the practice squad.
Right.
No.
Right. He might make the practice squad, but that's it.
He was on the practice squad last year.
Yes. Yeah.
What about Ingram?
So Ingram could make, because they made that move to get him. I don't know. He was in second team. I believe he was in second team against New Orleans. Might have been third team. But anyway, Ingram is a guy you'll probably see a lot Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you'll figure out whether or not you're going to keep that guy. So that's basically the decision that they got.
You can't put him on the practice squad. I mean, someone's going to get him.
Yeah, which is okay.
I mean, this is okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that if you think he's maybe he could be a good rotational guy. How do you make it? Do you wait for Cole Van to get healthy, then cut him and bring him on?
That could be. That easily could be. Yeah. All right. So let's get to the defensive side of the football. Matt, look at that defensive line. Who you like, who you don't like. Because right now, like we said, 17, count them, 18 defensive linemen have been either in camp or just brought to camp with Colin Saunders.
I mean, I think when you look at that D-line, you pretty much know who's going to make it. I like Strigow. I don't know why. I just feel like he's long, and I feel like he gives them something different off the edge.
Right.
I don't know if he's going to make the team. I think he's had a pretty good camp. But it's probably going to come down to do you stick with Abdullah or do you take a chance with him?
Well, it's almost like they got to look at the hybrid as far as what a linebacker is going to be able to do for this football team. Haven't really seen Jalen McLeod, so you really don't know exactly what he's going to represent. But when you're talking about a hybrid guy that might be able to move up, move back, because you're sure Abdullah is battling for playing time as a linebacker. Okay, that's who he is right now. That's what he is in this system.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
That might be a problem. That's all I'm saying. That might be a problem.
Well, who do you have in your linebacking core then?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any question where the linebackers are.
Yeah.
You've got your starters, and then you've got Kaiser. You've got, because I'm saying Gardeck is a starter. I don't know when he's going to be healthy, but I'm putting him as a starter.
Yeah, Hacker talked to him today at practice, and Hack and I were talking before he did the interview. I'm like, I've been looking for 57. I want to see what 57 looks like. And the injury is just not allowed it for him to flash in practice. But from what Logs and others have said, that he does have a very good opportunity to be one of the guys, an impactful player in that linebacking core. Who are you keeping, Big? As far as, because right now, we talked about this yesterday. Devin Lloyd is battling to hang on to his starting spot.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the usual suspects. I got Gardeck making it.
Okay.
I got McLeod. I got him making it. Jalen.
McLeod. Okay, so McLeod.
Special teams. Special teams guy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, most of the. I mean, I got 5 linebackers.
You don't got Movement making it, do you?
Special teams.
Special teams. All right.
And he's running second team. I'm up and down him. I did not think he was going to make the roster.
My pen was shaking a little bit when I was writing his name. You know, I wasn't sure, but if he's a special teams guy, and you know, if he's a special teams guy, he's going to make it. I think.
Yeah, I also think Devin Lloyd's a starter until it's something that's very clear. Whoever be it Ventrell Miller or whoever else, he's the starter right now.
I'm talking to Coach Duff at practice today. Mark Duffner, who we will rotate, he and Coach Ingram, and we hope on a weekly basis going forward. And he's a linebacker coach by trade. And the one thing that he feels like he's seeing, Devin Lloyd missed a tackle and then made a play. We were talking about
one right after the other.
Yeah. Missed a play and then made a play. Blew a running back up in the hole, maybe even behind the line of scrimmage. But Ventrell also has that instinctual trait, that sixth sense that you just love seeing if you're talking about a linebacker. Size-wise, Devin's going to win. But Ventrell is just, he's a hard out. You can't.
He's a natural.
Yeah.
He is a natural. He is a natural. But there's no doubt, like, if again, and we've been saying this for 4 years now, man, if you could ever get him going.
Yeah,
but he's ever get Devin going, man.
And the way they're situationally, how much are you going to run with 3 linebackers in base defense? You got to ask that question all the time because you're going to be more often with 2 as opposed to 3. You know, Foyer is on lock. You're trying to figure out exactly what the combinations are going to be with the rest of these guys. Kaiser will be a special teamers, at least I think he will, and then a guy that they're going to hope to groom and build and be that guy. All right, defensive backs. What did you have total?
Defensive backs?
Yeah.
8.
All right, you had 5 linebackers. How many?
5 linebackers.
8 DBs.
Well, I had 8 linebackers. I mean, total.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got 4 DNs, 3 D tackles, and 2 nose guards.
Okay. All right. So that's 9 on the line, right? 9 on the line, and then 8 coming out of your special teams and linebacking core. Is that right?
Yeah, I got 20. Yeah, I tell you who I don't have making the DBs.
Okay.
I don't have Brown making it.
Okay. Injuries hurt him. It definitely has.
Yeah.
He was playing well, and we'll find out exactly what's going to happen with Buster Brown. But
yeah, because I got Ranshaw, Johnson, Wingert, Savage, Murray, Lewis, Jones, Campbell.
Yeah. And so how many safeties do you have right there?
I've got.
Because Ranshaw right now is the injured guy that you don't get to see.
Yeah, you don't get to see.
But you know he's going to make the squad.
He's going to make the squad. Let me see how many safeties I got.
You got Murray.
Yeah, I got Murray.
I'm kind of iffy on Savage too, man.
Yeah.
Savage has not done a tremendous amount to make you say you got to have him. He's not their guy. He was perhaps a little bit of an expensive guy. They might try him. I don't think they're going to be able to move him, but I still look at Darnell Savage as a guy.
I got 3 safeties.
What are you doing with Antonio Johnson? You moving him to practice squad?
No, you can't move.
No.
You got picked up.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He was mentioned.
He's not part of your 8.
No, I have him on my 8.
Oh, you do?
Okay, I do have him on my 8.
Yeah,
I thought you said Lewis.
You got him
I
cut?
said Johnson. Yeah, I had Johnson on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have him cut?
You have him cut?
No.
Oh, okay.
I thought you did. I thought you said.
No, I had him on here. I have Ranshaw, Johnson, Wingert, Savage, Murray, Lewis, Jones, Campbell.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys chime in 641-1010.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Just as far as who you do think is on I say it affectionately, the butt end of the roster. Okay. Those are the ones that are trying to make sure that they hang on to a spot. Are they going to be a good enough 53-man roster to be better record-wise with the guys that they are going to keep? Who are they going to keep on the practice squad? We'll get into all that coming up. It is XL Primetime. Don't forget a little college football. Shane Matthews will say hello to us as we talk Gators in the 1 o'clock hour. But let's throw a little college football at you coming up here in just a second. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Don't forget, 287 play. Dial it up. Come on out. 9-hole game, skins game, food and prizes. It's all there. We would love to see you out at the Golf Club of Southampton tonight.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
Hey, Carline here. If you're shopping for a new ride, you've got to check out Atlantic Infinity. Not only do you get a luxury vehicle, you also get the Atlantic Infinity Promise Free with every new car. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter. And you don't have to sweat it out on the lot. Shop in their indoor climate-controlled showrooms. It's cool, comfortable, hassle-free. They're on Atlantic near St. John's Bluff, or browse anytime at atlanticinfinity.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itbpartners.com. ITB Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
I'm Frank Franz. Yeah, I told you my daughter Amber has tried Awaken 180. Man, has it worked. You ready for this? After 3 weeks and change, she's lost 22.5 pounds. You should give it a try. 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS right here in Jacksonville is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Rocking along a warm Wednesday. It's out there. Hydrate, people. Make sure that you get a little water in your belly. The electrolytes, if you want a can, Gatorade or two, just make sure you get it when you need it, okay? Because it is hot out there. That's for sure. Jags heading down to Miami, a little joint with the Miami Dolphins. That will come up tomorrow. We'll find out what it's going to look like practice-wise, schedule, and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to hook up with somebody down there. And then we look at the game Saturday. Bush Drive Rich asking about Devin Lloyd, because we were talking about how many starters are going to play in that Miami game. Is he a guy that they're going to force to get some extra reps in that game?
No way.
I wouldn't think so. No. I wouldn't think so. But like right now, if we're looking at these linebackers, and I have less linebackers than you have, Big, because I'm just simply saying right now, Devin Lloyd, they're trying to get as much out of him. He is a bigger more physical guy than Ventrell, but doesn't mean he's a better hitter or can make the play more often. But you got Devin, Ventrell, Foyer. Then you make your decisions. You know Kaiser's there because of his draft status, and then Gardeck because they made a move for him. Yep. And then you can put Abdullah in there. Now, Branson Combs, there's some people chattering about him having a good camp. And the only thing I remember about Branson Combs is him and LaQuinn Allen dropping gloves. That's the only thing. But he has apparently made a few plays. I just haven't locked in on him.
Plus, if you're going shallow on linebacker because you need 5 corners, one of those linebackers is going.
Well, yeah, because they will be out of base more often than they'll be in base.
Right.
And you football roster cutting Juvies out there, you love it. You're trying to figure out, hey, what type of defense is Anthony Campanile going to run, and how is it going to help or hurt some of these guys? I can see 5 safeties and 5 corners, a total of 10 that are going to contribute in some way on special teams. That back end guy.
Wow.
And I can make sense
I could see
out of
it
that.
too. I could see it too, but that's
And I
if you're adding the 4 core special teams guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I could go 9 defensive linemen, 6 linebackers,
right,
and then 10 DBs.
And you're 25, and
that'd
3
be
specials. Yeah.
And so and Hunter obviously counts on your offensive side, but also counts on your defensive side. And so that's what you're looking at.
It is what it is, but he's taking away a spot on defense. Is what Travis Hunter's doing.
Yeah, and you also hope that he gets the job done.
Right.
Okay.
That too. Yes.
That's a want and a wish right now. You got to make sure that you're expecting him to basically make it a 54-man roster.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
I mean, we were also saying like Ransaw probably going to start in IR. When he comes back, then that means Savage is probably gone.
Yeah, they really haven't said when they expect him back. Look, it was good news seeing Mason Smith and Eric Armstead yesterday, so Ransaw could pop up at any moment, but it was I believe they just described as a lower body injury. And him and Cole Van Lanen, you can at least talk about the idea that they may start the year on IR. Who knows? Savage has been okay, but not great.
Yeah.
Plus, we have no idea the extent of Monteric's injury either.
No.
Right? So, and I think he's been good enough, not only this camp, but in previous years, that he's
a tough mother.
He's IR, and then, when he comes back, if Braswell makes the team, then Braswell's out when he comes back.
He might be able to. And Christian Braswell has at least been given an opportunity. He's trying to flash.
Well, here's what I hope the Jaguars don't do during the season to prove a point. I mean, because we're saying that Travis Hunter has to be impactful on both sides of the ball to legitimize what they moved up to get him for, the draft capital. But if he's clearly better at one position, you should just play him at that one position and take your hit. I'm just saying, because if you stress him to do something, if he's clearly the better wide receiver, then play him at wide receiver.
Yeah.
If he's a better DB, I just don't want to see the back and forth if the kid is struggling that one side is better than the other, just to prove a point. Because then you just got to eat that. You just got to eat that loss. You got to eat it.
Well,
yeah, but they've sold it, bro.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They've sold him as this unicorn.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if he's catching the ball and he's getting dusted on the defense side of the ball,
I agree. No, I will agree with you. I think if you get, and this is like a huge if, okay. If you get like a Justin Jefferson type receiver, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's 100%.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he's clearly the better receiver,
but if he's not, and he's more of a T. Higgins type receiver, and he doesn't play corner, then you blew the pick.
Yeah, because then you basically, instead of a BOGO, you spent twice to get one,
right?
And that's not ideal.
Right. I also think we're putting the horse way ahead of the cart. Right
yeah, we are. We are. But or if he's a Sauce Gardner, or he's a Sauce Gardner, or he's a Patrick Surtain II at DB, and he's struggling at wide receiver, then you just got to eat it.
Like, I hate
the
idea.
But also, look, at the end of the day, he's just injured right now. I think we're going way off the deep end.
I just want to see the back and forth. That's all.
Right. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's let him get out there and play a little bit.
Yeah, let's.
All right,
let's see if he gets overwhelmed by the actual play on the field.
Exactly. Let's make this the 10-10 take real quick and stay on the Travis Hunter talk.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since 68.
I know you got your favorites when you look at that Sonny's menu. That all-you-can-eat ribs is talking to me right now. They got great other deals as well. Delicious sides to go with all that delicious barbecue. Check out any one of your area Sonny's. Now, they know what they've got. They know what the high-profile rib plate is and so on and so forth. Well, Travis Hunter's been high-profile. He has been the most talked about football experiment in a long, long time, if not the most talked about. And if it doesn't, like right now, the talking heads, ESPN, NFL Network, CBS, whomever you're talking about, has talked about the Jags and Travis Hunter more this offseason than any other time the Jaguars have come into a season. Is that fair?
True. Facts.
Okay. They flat out have talked and talked and talked about Travis
It's just
Hunter.
content for them.
Yeah, it is, and it's good content because we're talking about it could be the first ever. Now they're going to try it no matter what, but is it going to work and is it going to last? And so if it does last, then Jacksonville will stay on the rundown and people will keep talking about him. Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't, then that is honestly going to look pretty bad. Spending 2 to get 1, and he's got, if he is just down to one side of the ball, like Leon's saying, by gosh, man, he needs to be unbelievable at that one position. That's the 10.
Yeah, he's got to be top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going, like you said, 2 for 1,
yeah,
he's got to be a top 5 receiver. Or he's got to be a top 5 corner.
Yeah. And so, and I would love it because, look, they need a lockdown corner. And Tyson Campbell, we thought was having a great camp. We'd love to see it happen, but it hasn't necessarily proven itself yet. Okay, the guy has 1 pick in the last 2 years. He needs to be more than that. But if they can get a lockdown corner that can come in and handle the Jamar Chases, the Nikos of the world that they're going to see as the season unfolds, I'll take that. I just don't know if he will thrive on that side of the ball more than he would if he was down to one position as a wide receiver.
Right. Let's let him play. I want to see like let's let him get through the first month of the season.
I agree.
See what it looks like. See if he's overwhelmed by actually the play on the field, not necessarily we're all worried about the physical stuff. You know, is he going to get injured? Can he take the pounding? Right. I think the bigger issue is going to be also, you know, can he deal with the mental stress of playing both sides of the ball? Right. And frankly, the physical stress of, like you say it all the time, he's running 9 routes. Yeah. They punt the ball. He's got to go right back on the field.
Well, I like to say it. He's trying to be Sauce Gardner and Devonta Smith. Those are both smaller cats at their position. And
it doesn't mean he can't do it. I'm just saying let's see what happens first,
right?
And then start making declarations of that dude's only got to go one way. Because everybody says he can do it. Everybody over there says he can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyone you talk to over there says he can do it.
Well,
let's see it.
I mean, you can do it, but can you do it well?
They think so.
Yeah. You got that Ryan Clark soundbite, JJ. We'll play that coming up here in just a second because he's a doubter, which is fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
So, okay, if he's a top 20 receiver and a top 20 corner, does that justify the pick?
If he's top 20 in each?
Yeah.
Hell yes, it does.
Okay.
All right, so think about that. You guys jump in, 641-1010.
Yeah.
Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You'll hear that soundbite from Ryan Clark, part of the Pivot with Freddie T and Channing coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Feel the roar of the Jaguars. Next up, the Miami Dolphins. Saturday at 7 on the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL.
Firehouse Subs has fries. Your hometown hero since '94 just cranked up the heat. Hot subs, crispy fries, golden, pillowy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned. Over 30 Jacksonville locations. Firehouse Subs. Homegrown and now with fries.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 20th, 1991, Dan Marino surpasses Joe Montana as the highest paid NFL player with a 5-year extension for $25 million.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Did you know that basketball and volleyball were invented at the YMCA? That's right, and even today, the Y continues to lead the way in youth sports programming, from toddlers just starting out to teens ready to compete. The Y offers skill development, recreational play, and competitive leagues, all in a fun, supportive environment. Get your child in the game to build character and skills at the Y. Registration is now open for youth volleyball and soccer at fcymca.org.
New and pre-owned firearms are always in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimbar, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and Lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Having a good time on a Wednesday. Golf Club of Southampton bringing today's show. You can definitely head on out. Get a little work in. Got the practice area. You can knock some around, chip and putt, do all that stuff, and then get ready for a little 9 after 5. Anytime you want to head out there, 287-PLAY. They got member opportunities before the big reno on the greens takes place next year. So take full advantage of that if you can. That 12-month membership with the initiation fee, they have reduced it, and they'll give you a little extra cheddar to spend in the pro shop, $500 gift card. That will go a long way. Make sure you check it out all at the Golf Club of Southampton. All right, so Ryan Clark, part of the Pivot, part of ESPN. You see him on a number of different shows, and he chimed in on ESPN on the subject of whether or not it was a good move for this franchise to give away what they gave away to move up and take Travis Hunter with that number 2 pick overall.
RC, say to these guys what you said to me in the meeting this morning.
That if he doesn't play both sides of the football, you wasted a pick. You wasted assets. You decided that moving up to number 2 wasn't truly what you wanted to do because he's not the number 2 pick as a wide receiver. He's not the number 2 pick as a cornerback. He is the number 2 pick if he plays both. Right. He is the number 2 pick if he affects both sides of the football. If he doesn't do that, what you gave up, giving up next year's first-round pick to get him is not worth it to play offense primarily or no defense and vice versa. So to me, if you have to make that decision based on his inability to physically hold up throughout 17 games, it was a mistake to draft Travis Hunter.
All right, there you go.
I mean, we haven't even started the season yet.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally haven't even started the season yet.
Well, I like the fact that these guys will chime in, especially like Ryan Clark or whomever else. They get a little territorial. They Devontae Adams got a little territorial saying, wait a minute, it's hard as hell to play the wide receiver position. Clark saying it's hard as hell to play cornerback. Are you kidding me? And so I don't mind that that's what we want them to have an opinion. Now, they will slam if it doesn't go well, but they'll laud the creativity in the playmaking ability of Travis Hunter if he can pull it off.
Why are they always in our lawn?
Yeah.
Worried about our grass. Huh?
Yeah, it's the truth.
You know, like Matt said, he hasn't even played yet. I mean, the season hasn't even started. You don't even know if this kid got the capability. Give him the opportunity to see.
I think he's played. I don't know the exact pitch count.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's played less than 30 plays. Less than 20, actually, so far in the preseason game.
Yeah.
But they're already screaming about, you may blow the
It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Look, the opinions, they get paid for them. They got to churn them out as often as anything else. And so now you've gone from the loving on Travis Hunter's season to the second guessing of Travis Hunter. Second guessing of the second pick overall. That is what is happening, which is fine, especially when you find out, oh, wait a minute, they held him out because he got a little upper body injury, so on and so forth. They jump in on that topic.
So remember the last break, we said that if he's a top 20 receiver and a top 20 DB, we'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm looking at Nick Collins, who was a top 20 receiver.
Nico
Collins.
Yeah.
Nico Collins.
Outstanding.
All right, now here's his numbers. He's number 19. His numbers, 80 receptions, 1297, and 8 touchdowns.
That's
he's 19.
Work.
This
That's
is 19.
heavy lifting right there,
bro. He's 19 on the list as far as yards. So now I'm looking at I'm trying to look up the DBs.
Well, dang, man.
More than likely.
Okay.
The DBs, the number 19, bro, with 3 interceptions.
Okay.
So if he can give us 1,200 yards and 3 interceptions, we good?
And don't get blown up if you do have to come up and support the run.
That part, yeah.
That's the other part of it. But it's so funny because plenty of our texters have pointed this out. Dion was never known. Dion's the one who coached him. He was never known as a dominant tackler. Okay, he would chicken wing it whenever he needed to. He'd make a play if he had to. Game is different now, but there was a hell of a lot more run that he had to deal with in his day versus what you got to deal with now. And so we'll see where it goes. But those numbers, like Nico, that is a killer year, by the way.
Yeah. He was ranked. I mean, he was 19th on the list as far as.
Yeah, that's
80. Bro, he gets 80 catches.
80 catches, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Golly, if that's his offense.
And by the way, when you said top 20 at each position, I'm like, might want to go a little higher than that. That would be ideal.
How many touchdowns did he have? Nico Collins?
8. Yeah.
And Nico's a size guy, okay? Let's not forget that's a big cat.
Nico's also a hell of a player.
Yeah. Well, that's what you drafted Travis Hunter to be.
I agree.
As we stay on this subject, I want one of these first-round picks to be a hit, okay? They're littered with first-round picks. Go be a hit.
But also, I think if look, you also have to look at it this way. If he's playing, let's say, 45 snaps on offense and 25 on defense, he may not have the ability to reach that 80 catch threshold or that 1,000, 1,200 yard threshold. So if he's got 65 catches and 850 yards and 8 touchdowns and he's got a few picks on defense, it's well worth.
Oh, yeah.
It's well worth the capital you spend.
By the way, BTJ and Travis Hunter, if that turns out to be the dynamic duo and you add De'Ami Brown in there, then use him to make this offense that much more intimidating to defenses, more over-the-top success on offense. I will take that because, look, if you get those numbers and you pair it up with Brian Thomas Jr. and what you expect from him, holy smokes. And that's kind of what they had when C.J. Stroud was dealing in Houston. A healthy Tank Dell, and Nico, that's the type of offense that C.J. was operating. You hope Trevor can do that. They had Mixon toting it. They had those two guys collecting catches and getting in the end zone left and right. That's what you want to see from this football team.
Yeah, I also think, we flippantly throw around the number of, well, maybe he'll get 3 interceptions. Let's see if he can get 3 interceptions. If he gets 3 interceptions, it'll be 3 more than Tyson Campbell had last year.
It's the truth. It's the truth. The contract for Tyson Campbell did not necessarily make him a better player. He got paid more, but it didn't necessarily make him a better player. He was around a lot of plays, but did not either knock the ball down or take the ball away. I asked that question to Eric Murray. We'll hear his conversation coming up here in the 1 o'clock hour because this team needs more turnovers.
Yes, and that's kind of my point. I'm not really ripping Tyson Campbell because I think when healthy, he can be a good corner.
Yeah.
It's don't minimize the idea of 3 picks. 3 picks is, first off, every turnover in the NFL is gigantic.
Yeah, it's sudden change.
And 3 interceptions for a team that got 9 turnovers all of last year. That's 1/3 of what they did last year.
Yeah. Yeah, sudden change.
Yeah, because now I went to the DBs, top 20 DBs, all right? Number 20 is Derek Stingley Jr., Texans, all right?
Holy smokes, if he's 20th.
Yeah, he's 20th.
But that's just numbers wise.
I still like it.
He's better than 20. He's better than
he had 5 interceptions in 11 games.
Okay. Yeah, he was doing work.
Yeah, he had 39.
He's like a top 7 corner probably.
Yeah, but
Okay, all right, good stuff.
You get
All
Derek Stingley out of him, then
All right, keep Nico and Derek, by the way, both on that team.
Same team.
On that team. This team got to unseat that team in Houston, that's for sure. It's XL Primetime into the 1 o'clock hour, about 20 minutes away from St. Hello to Shane Matthews, talking about DJ Lagway and this offense. What's it looking like for your Florida Gators?
XL Primetime, driven by big number 1 Duval Ford, the number 1 place to buy your next vehicle. The men in black and team.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games.
1010XL.
Oh, man, it feels great.
Home of the Jaguars.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Yo, ET here, and I need you to beat the heat this summer with cool escapes and non-stop fun in Clay County. Tackle indoor adventures head on. Throw axes at Live by Axe or smash your stress away at Just Smash That. Then kick back with drinks, good food, and fandom vibes at Nakama Anime Bar or Leaderboard Arcade and Bar. Whether you're blowing off steam or just looking to chill, Clay County got your perfect indoor getaway. Find your cool at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
He caught the game winner from Danny Warfel and never looked back. Former Gator Chris Doring joins Dan and Jeff on the drill Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Looking for summer fun the whole family can enjoy? Check out Wick, a candle bar. Make your own custom candles and body care products in store at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coating, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Scheduling was easy, and the tech showed up right on time.
From plumbing and septic to air conditioning, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little hump day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the Amco transmissions nearest you at AmcoJacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Hey, Niall Lawrence Stample, national champion and owner of NLS Cleaning here, where we offer pressure washing, gutter cleaning, and paver sealing, plus window cleaning. Football season is back. Get 20% off your first service when you mention this ad through September 30th. Call 708-8802.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by TopDressing.com. The Orlando Magic will have 14 games featured on national television, 3 on NBC, 3 on ESPN, 4 on Peacock, and 4 on Amazon Prime. We'll also have select games broadcast right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Currently 89 degrees at 101, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. What does it feel like? We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
I'll admit, if I had JJ over my shoulder, I would get a little nervous. Okay, I would
too, actually.
If he's over my shoulder, I do it right. And
he is one of those guys. There's no doubt
he's a good explainer.
He's a taskmaster. Is that what he is?
He's a taskmaster. He wants everything to be right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. JJ, tell us what's going on in there, because I think it's young Aaron he's in a trained position right now.
Yes, we are training Aaron, our newest producer.
Yeah.
And he's doing good so far.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've heard some screw-ups throughout the show, it's not my fault.
Well, Aaron, you're doing good, bro.
Guy.
That's all
but
you need
he's
to
been
know.
doing great.
Yeah, you're doing good. That's cool. Because
That's just the classic teacher right there. It's not my fault, man.
It wasn't me. But I'm telling you, there's nothing more intimidating than that board.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many buttons and options. Like we talk about the playbook. Coach Ingram told me, going back to TC's offense that you were blocking for, Leon, that you could run 5, he probably said 1,000 plays off of the formations that they had. Thousands of plays, basically. That's what I feel like that board is in there, with all the different buttons that you can push.
But Aaron has also already learned the most important rule of all.
Yeah.
Like hot mics. Turn them off as soon as we go to break. Turn them off.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the music selection too.
Yeah.
I've heard some little Stevie Wonder. That was a little blues right there.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
You got to have that ear for what they want. All right. So you guys, thanks for hanging out with us. You made it through the noon hour into the 1 o'clock hour. Take us with you wherever you go, and that's real easy to do with the app. You got both the 1010 and the 92.5 FM app, along with all the other ways you can find us to stream the radio, whatever it might be. We appreciate it. That's for sure. All right, so listen to this interview as we stay on the Jags, and then we're going to roll into some college football. But Eric Murray and the idea, like you said, Leon, if you take a look at what defensive guys need to do, pick off footballs. This team stunk in the turnover department, and Eric Murray actually chimed in on that. XL Primetime hanging out last day of training camp. We got Eric Murray, the back end, a starting safety for your Jacksonville Jaguars. I know you still got work to do, but camp for us is over. How's it been for you so far?
It's been great. I've been enjoying this Florida weather, building camaraderie with the team, and just plugging along every day.
All right, so kind of take us through this defense. And you come in from Houston. You certainly know the Jaguars. You've seen this teal and black. You played against them. But what has it been like building this team on that side of the ball?
It's just a new challenge, new people, new teammates. new schemes. So just like I said, going back to the camaraderie, building that chemistry on the field and within the defense is key.
Yeah, Anthony Campanile is coming in. He's trying to install a new defense. Yeah. Last year, you really go back to the last couple of coordinators, this team struggled to stop people on the back end. How do you think you guys can pick up that slack?
Most importantly, communication. I think, just if you've been experiencing the practices, communication is paramount to us. So if we can have elite communication and violent finish, then we'll be able to remedy some of that stuff that was here in the past.
All right, Eric just said violent finish. That made me smile. Yeah. See, that I like. That's the physical part. Kind of give us an idea of that mindset.
I mean, that's just what defense is. Like, that's what separates, good defenses from great defenses. If you finish in violently and then you're not having, like, leaky yardage, on tackles and stuff like that, you can minimize a lot of gains. And you just make the offense run another play, and that works in the defense's favor.
We're talking with Eric Murray, safety for your Jacksonville Jaguars. And last year, this defense gave up the highest passer rating to the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So obviously Campanile's being brought in. You and Jordan Lewis, two veterans that have come in, sparking a little leadership. Kind of give us an idea of how you guys have kind of tried to take control.
Just preaching accountability to the guys, preaching doing the right job, doing the right thing at the right time, and just being in the spot, and the play's going to come. If you're out there big play hunting, that's when people get out of position and you start to see some of those big plays that you've seen in the past.
What about the pass rush up front? Because without those guys, you guys ain't going to be able to get anything done.
Yeah, I mean, it goes hand in hand. Rush and coverage, they always say. So we got some big guys up there that can rush a passer. We just got to buy them some time so they can get home.
All right, a couple more for Eric Murray, starting safety for your Jaguars. When you think about this schedule and who the guys you're going to see on the defensive side of the ball, it's got to be exciting for you as long as you've been in the league to be able to come in and kind of start another chapter.
I mean, NFL is always competitive, more specifically the AFC. So when you got, some of the people that we have on our schedule, it's a tall task, but, we up to it.
First 3 years in Kansas City, last half decade in Houston. What have you learned as an NFL player as far as how to survive and make plays?
Just got to be adaptable, and every day is different. You can't rest on what you did the day before or the year before, and things are always changing. It's a people's business, so just got to come to work every day and, be locked in.
And Anthony Campanile, one more thing on him. Has he thrown any big old cuss words your way or anything like that?
Yeah, you probably see him with the accent and all that. So, yeah, I won't mention too much, but if you observe him long enough, you'll hear some.
Because from week 1 to week 2, he had to make a little more noise. Yeah. He was coaching on the field pretty hard, and it obviously showed with you guys.
No, definitely. When you have a passionate defensive coordinator, like I said, that spirit just embodies in the defense, and that's what you need.
Yeah, all right, Eric, best of luck, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
He said one thing, Leon, that was important. It's a people's business.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's right. I mean, this team has to be a lot more, this defense has to be more opportunistic when it comes to football. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about rushing, stripping, swarming to the ball, tip balls, anything that can create turnovers, because this team last year stunk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What they have all to combine last year?
Less than double digits.
Yeah. And when you turn the ball over defensively, you don't know what that does for offense. Or when offense scores a touchdown, same thing, same morale for the defense. So they kind of complement each other. This defense has got to do a better job getting after the passer, staying in their rush lanes, creating turnovers, tip balls, interceptions, busted. That's how you win games.
And this team was just a rolling stat sheet of success for opposing quarterbacks.
Bro, not only
that's what they were.
They only got 3 forced fumbles last year in 17 games.
Yeah, was one of them on special teams? I think it was. But anyway, yeah, it's unacceptable.
That's not even realistic, okay? You could stumble into like 6 or 7 of them.
Right, yeah. And so that, like the other example from the other day, that Dewey sack, that safety blitz, that type of hit that he was able to put on the quarterback. There aren't going to be too many quarterbacks that were shook like Shook. But if you can catch him napping, you can go blow him up. Trayvon, obviously, that pass rush is going to lead to defenders on the back end making plays.
You could blow up Pat Mahomes if you have the right scheme and force a fumble. It's just, can you get there? Can you get to him?
Can you get home? Mm-hmm. Because Coach Campos says it all the time. I've seen a lot of blitz calls, but how many of them got home?
Yeah.
And we haven't seen enough of that. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we will. That's for sure. All right, so when you take a look at it, we got some comments as far as who makes the roster, so on and so forth. Eric Murray and Jordan Lewis, those two guys have been brought in to lend leadership on that side of the ball, along with Campbell, along with the other guys that are going to be on that back seven, hopefully making plays for your Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll see how many of them are in uniform come Saturday night. Every one of them is going to be involved in the practice, though, the joint with Miami tomorrow. So we'll get into that coming up. But let's make a little room for Shane Matthews. Let's talk a little college ball coming up here in just a second. You'll hear Shane regularly on the Frangie Show, but we wanted to snag him before that just to get a little idea of what he thinks DJ Lagway has been able to do coming back from injury and how good can he be this year. That will come up next on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Hayes Carline is our special agent. He goes into the locker room to uncover insights about your favorite football team. His mission is to bring it back to you on 1010XL. Special ops support by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. The Everbank London Getaway Experience. One lucky winner and a guest get round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to see the Jags play in London. Everbank.com/London for official rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Everbank London Getaway Sweeps entry period 7/28/25 to 9/5/25. Enter and get official rules and details at everbank.com/London.
Cigar smokers, mark your calendars. On August 22nd, 3 to 7, join us at Cigars International Superstore at the Town Center for an epic Oliva event. Meet Ralphie Solar from Oliva. Grab exclusive deals on Oliva boxes and sip drinks at our full bar. Relax in our indoor and outdoor lounges with TVs. Don't miss this smoking good time. This Friday, August 22nd, 3 to 7 p.m., Cigars International Superstore, Jacksonville at the Town Center.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Calling all poker players. The Best Bet Summer Swing Series kicks off August 18th at Best Bet Orange Park with a $200 no-limit hold'em and a $100,000 guarantee. Next stop, Best Bet St. Augustine with a $150,000 guaranteed poker tournament. Then wrap it up Labor Day weekend in Jacksonville with a massive $300,000 guarantee. Play all three events and swing for big winnings. Get all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Football is a game of inches, and at Front Runners Tap House, every inch counts. Catch every big play on their massive 396-inch giant television. The ultimate game day experience is waiting for you at Front Runners Tap House inside the Community First Igloo.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Right now at Beard's Diamonds, pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours now for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends August 31st and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with $0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings necklaces, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let our non-commissioned experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy zero interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends August 31st. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
All right, we're getting him on loan from the Frangie Show. He'll be part of their regular weekly visit on the Florida Gators, so we figured we'd snag Shane before you get booked in the afternoon drive show, Shane. Is that all right?
That's right. It's all right, Joe. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. We definitely wanted to dig in a little Florida football with you as a Gator great and a guy that is still in Gainesville. And looking at this football team, what's your overall opinion of how this offseason has gone in camp and so forth as they get ready to kick it off?
Well, I can tell you one thing. They actually look like a real SEC team now. Mm-hmm. Some of these damn linemen, when you're not around it, like playing in your playing days, and you go out there every now and then, you're like, man, these are big human beings. But yeah, they're enormous. They got great skill on the outside, and I think they have a chance this year. Obviously, a lot of it depends on the health of DJ Lagway, but I think you can talk about that among all the main contenders across the country. It depends on the health of their quarterback.
Now, Shane, how do you think Billy's going to prepare for that week one powerhouse of LLIU?
I tell you what, I wish we were playing that thing at like 9 a.m. so I could get out of the booth and go watch the good games. Look, with all due respect to Long Island, I guess they had to scramble because FAMU backed out, and they had to scramble and get a squad. And LIU may be the worst team to ever come into the Swamp. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I look at it this way. It's a great experience for those kids because, everybody dreams of playing in places like the Swamp or Tiger Stadium, all these great SEC environments. These kids are going to have a great environment. Their school's going to get paid quite a bit of money. So, I'll be surprised if they score or if we have to punt, quite honestly.
Now, you don't play Lagway past a quarter, do you? In that game?
Probably not. I hope he plays. He just started, I think, yesterday or Monday was the first time he had done some 11-on-11 activity since the bowl game against Tulane. So, he's been out. And as a quarterback, throwing on air and doing one-on-ones and doing 7-on-7 is great. But if you don't have, D linemen flashing at you, you got to step up in the pocket, try to find passing lanes. You need reps to get used to that. But I would probably not play him more than a quarter if he plays in that game.
All right, Shannon, you started out this interview by saying they look like an SEC team. So specifically on the lines of scrimmage, that's what Billy was talking about in the media days preseason. He was saying that they're a different team on the lines of scrimmage. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you still got to go line up and push people around, in the SEC on Saturdays. That's all that matters. Looking good, getting off the bus or what have you in warm-ups can go only so far. But, yes, a lot of these publications, the Pro Football Focus and stuff, talk about, Florida should have one of the best offensive lines in the country. I don't think we could say that the last few years. And defensively, they played better late in the year last year. I'm waiting for that one guy to emerge. When you're an offensive guy and you're game planning for the opposing defense, who is that one guy that can disrupt the game?
Yeah.
And Florida hadn't really had that guy, in my opinion, since like Jonathan Grenard and Dante Fowler Jr. We're going way back. I don't know if they have that guy. I hope they do. But they played much better last year, and I think people are excited with the pieces that they've added that they can be a pretty good defense.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for. They're banking on it. In fact, with that rugged schedule, we're talking with Shane Matthews. You can definitely check out all of his work. You can find him on X as well, SM9er. And when you think of the compilation of skill position players, I add that offensive line thought that you've got, Shane, to the running back room and that receiver room because it's it feels like it's loaded, does it not?
It is loaded. I haven't seen a wide receiver room like this in years at Florida. And what I love about it, you know, I've always said the great receiving cores on teams are built like a basketball team, right? Mm-hmm. You got your little point guard, then you got a shooting guard, then you got kind of a small and power forward, then you got a big guy. Well, we got all those different types of receivers, different heights, different movements, what they can do well. And then the running back room, I think people saw last year. There's some guys that I love on the roster that hardly even played at all last year at the running back position. That, you know, the K.D. Daniels of the world, this Duke Clark, who's a true freshman. These guys are really good players. Now we just got to go see them perform. But skill-wise, it's as good as I've ever seen a Florida team and have in quite some time.
Now, Shane, when you and I played, Florida and Miami were very good, and we came in with high expectations as a team, and week in and week out, we delivered the goods. Do you think this team is well-equipped, mature-wise, to where they don't let the stage get that too big and bright and the lights too bright?
Well, I hope they win a bunch of games here early so, you know, when Texas rolls in, that game means a lot. You know, I think the SEC is so tough, you know. People are picking Florida to possibly be a dark horse for the, you know, maybe the college football playoffs if that 4-game stretch early in the season goes well. But then we're picked like 6 or 7 in the SEC. So I don't know what to make because there's a bunch of really good teams in our conference that are ranked above us. But I think, you know, Billy just, you know, being around the team, you could feel that they're a lot more confident going into this season. I don't know if that's because of the way the season ended last year, how the off season's gone, but I think this team has kind of bought into what the program's all about. And, you know, I was doing my show this morning, and I think it was Mark Long brought up a good point. The team voted this year that nobody's going to wear number 1. And, you know, that's a big thing. You know, I think Urban started this number 1 thing because when I played, you wore the number that you like. You know, not because you were a senior and you were this great player that you started wearing number 1. But I think the team has bought into what Billy has been preaching for years. This is year 4. This is the year we got to put it out on the field.
Shane, do you think week 3 LSU, we're going to know a lot about whether this team has the ability to make that type of CFP run, or do you think they could rebound from a loss there?
Well, I think, you know, all talk all summer is that 4-game stretch. LSU at Miami, at LSU at Miami, home to Texas, at Texas A&M. You have to go 2-2, worst case scenario, to be in the hunt. I think Florida needs to be in the discussion in October going into that Georgia game that they have a chance to make the playoffs. But playing at Tiger Stadium at night is not easy, and I think LSU is very good this year. I know we beat them last year, but as we all know, what happened last year has no impact on what's going to happen this year. But it's important for us to go play well in that game for sure.
Yeah, I said it earlier. We're talking with Shane Matthews. You can definitely check out everything he's got going, of course, on the Gator Radio Network as the color analyst, and then pot up with Matthews. I said it earlier, Shane. I feel like the Swamp won as many games as Billy did. Maybe more, because that environment against Ole Miss and LSU, you know how damn electric it was. So can Billy now take that next step and have a game plan and an offense that will win those big games, whether it's in the Swamp or on the road?
Well, I hope so. You know, play calling, I've never really had a problem with Billy's play calling. I know a lot of people around the country, Gator fans, do. Mm-hmm. I tell everybody, people hate play calls when they don't work. Right? Coach Spurrier called plays that did work at times, but we used to just pounce on people early. And I think if Billy will just open it up a little bit, I think they have to run the football, though, because I think that's their bread and butter. I think he does a really good job with that. But offense is not – I'm not worried about offense. I think for Florida to have the year that Gator fans want, the defense has to play at a high level. And they did at the end of the year. But as you mentioned, those 2 big wins against Ole Miss LSU were at home. The opposing teams went up and down the field on us over like 560-something yards. But we had timely sacks, timely penalties that put them behind the chains, and then force their quarterbacks to make some throws that they didn't make all year long, and they turned it over. So having said all that, we got to play well in both phases, or all three phases, actually. When we go to these hostile environments, especially Tiger Stadium, and we go play Miami right after that, those are two games that we've got to play well to have a chance to win on the road.
All right, Big Sirs, I know you got to get a question in on Miami versus Florida before we're done, but let's ask Shane real quick. So who would your top four be right now in the SEC as you head into the season, ranked 1, 2, 3, 4 in your mind?
I would go Texas, Georgia, Alabama, and LSU.
Okay.
No particular order, but I think those four teams are probably clearly better than everybody else, like on paper. Now let's just see what happens when we go play the real games.
I ain't got to say nothing but pack a lunch. Week 4.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I can't tell you all summer long, everywhere I've been, whether it's on the golf course or whatever, all my people I played with, we've got to beat Miami. We've got to beat Miami. And I was like, well, I get it because they all grew up Gator fans, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in Mississippi, and I never played against Miami. I'd much rather beat the hell out of LSU because it's a conference game than if I had a choice between LSU and Miami, I'm taking an LSU win. Obviously, I want to win them both.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how people's views are how you grew up, right? Because if you grew up in the state of Florida as a youngster, you always hated Miami and want to win that game, and it makes sense.
Yeah, I like that approach. Beat LSU, I'm fine with that.
All right, Shane, good stuff, man. We appreciate it. We'll be listening like everybody else will when you pop on the Francis Show with the regular weekly visit, but enjoy it, and hopefully they come out firing.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Take care. At SM9er on X, and then, of course, Pot Up with Matthews in the morning. You can check him out over.
Shannon does a great job as a color guy, too, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Great job. He's
the beautiful
so
thing.
much. And I'm not just taking shots at other people. He's so much better than what they've had.
Yeah.
Just so much better.
The thing I like about what Shane does is that he, from a quarterback's point of view and his QB IQ,
he explains the game.
He sees everything.
Sees it all, right, yeah.
Like I always appreciate Collinsworth that can easily come right back and tell you what did happen as the replay's unfolding, not waiting for that actual shot to appear. He's telling you before the next thing that you see on the television, this is why this happened. Shane can do that over the radio, and I love it. Yeah, he definitely sees the field very, very well. That's for sure. All right, if you don't mind, JJ, I think we can just throw that in here real quick since we're on the Gators.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I want to know if you'll carry a sign that says, "Welcome back, Coach," if you're a Florida Gator, when they welcome Urban Meyer back against Tennessee. They will have a special on-campus celebration November 22nd when the Gators host Tennessee, as he will be honored inside Ben Hill Griffin
Honored
Stadium.
in what way?
Oh, listen.
Are we talking about the Ring of Honor?
As a championship-winning coach, he will be honored inside the stadium during a National Football Foundation on-campus salute.
Okay. So this isn't going to be like the Ring of Honor thing.
I don't think so.
This is just the National Football Foundation.
Yeah, and he's on
honoring
Fox.
him as a national championship coach.
And he's on Fox.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like at Miami. Although Erickson won 2 championships, he'll never be bigger than Jimmy.
No.
And Herb's won 2 for y'all, but he'll never be bigger than Spurs.
Never bigger than Orr.
Also because the way it happened.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
If it wasn't like the Renegade City like it was, then he'd probably already have his name up there.
There's no way that game's on Fox, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I'm
not
joking.
on
I'm just saying he's a big figure in college football. No, that's an ABC game, 100%. I would think the way they choose them, either ESPN or that family.
That's mid-November, right?
Yeah, November 22nd.
That could be like 5-5 versus 5-5.
It's crazy that he hasn't been honored already.
It's true.
His name should be on the freaking right up there with Warfel and all of them. Honestly, that's insane.
Yeah, 2 pieces of hardware.
Dude, Matt, I know you Big J journalists hate him.
Here we go.
And Jacksonville people don't because of what he did here for a year, but give me a break, man. The guy's an absolute legend for the Gators. Always will be.
Right. On the field, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, that's all they care about. That's all they ever.
Yeah, what do you, I mean, like
any fan base has ever cared about.
Dude, we just had a national title-winning basketball coach at UF who was implicated in some very not great things.
Well,
I didn't hear a single Gator fan say anything about his infidelities after they were cutting down the nets. Fans don't care about that.
Well, you don't know about any alleged improprieties, JJ.
Yes,
alleged.
we do.
Yeah,
we heard about it all.
Yeah, but you took my word, allegedly. Okay, so yeah.
Come on,
anyway,
JJ. Alleged.
Yeah. Anyway, the other one is there's a $20 million fine for Michigan and a show cause. And hey, Jimmy, you can never come back into college.
Right.
Who cares? They don't care. I went nuts that Colin Stallions was out there.
Connor.
Is it Connor?
It's Connor.
Yeah.
Connor. Well, it doesn't matter. He'll never be working again.
It does not matter.
Winning
Coach Stallions.
Winning is the cure all.
Yeah. Do you think Michigan's not going to allow Harbaugh to come back because he had some off the field?
Well, Michigan's Michigan.
Yeah. Well, by the way, they were high and mighty.
I'd like to hope the University in Gainesville will hold stuff a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
But
what?
Yeah, they said, Jimmy, come back. Let's start writing checks.
I mean, I'm joking about. There are boosters that do not want him on that stadium, man. I'm telling you right now, they are.
Yeah.
Who, you're talking about Harbaugh or
no Herb?
So
who cares what they want?
Yeah.
Well, they give money, JJ, a lot of money.
Well, right now they want Billy to win in the stadium.
Right.
Okay.
Right now, that's the bigger priority.
And they were crying about it when they won 2 titles.
Yeah, exactly. That is what Herb did. Is he got him hardware. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Right now at Sonny's, Q Crew Rewards members get free kids' meals Monday through Wednesday when dining in. Just another reason why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Sports fans, this is David Garrard here. And if you're suffering from orthopedic soreness, make an appointment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where everyone is treated like a pro.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron. Totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens. Also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate. Get the best guarantee in the window replacement business. Save money on your new windows and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Well, when you think about what we were just talking about with Shane Matthews, former Florida Gator quarterback, part of the Gator Radio Network, an outstanding Florida Gator quarterback, that DJ Lagway hasn't done anything since the bowl game. Okay, you got to wrap your head around that. Okay, that's an entire off season where you go into doing whatever work it is you're going to do. Then you go into spring practice. Then you come out of it and continue your work. You can picture yourself going from end of a season, little downtime, then you start ramping back up, then you go through spring, then you stay as hot as you can in shape in the summertime, and then you get ready for fall camp. He did none of that, basically.
Yeah, and that's tough because I remember being in those positions in college. I needed reps. I mean, it didn't matter how much I trained or ran or lifted. It doesn't simulate football. Right. I mean, your instincts, your IQ, all that kind of stuff, your strength and all. So yeah, it's going to be. It's going. I jokingly asked him how long is he going to play at LIU against LIU, and I said maybe a quarter. But Matt is right. Shane is right. He needs bodies around him.
Right.
He needs bodies around him so he can work on, what stepping up, moving around, and all that kind of stuff. So because you can't simulate football.
Exactly.
You can't simulate it.
I mean, he's got 7 career starts. That's another thing. Like he needs the work.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, and combine what you guys said, just the whole idea that you think you can put in the work and do everything, and let's just say that wherever he's at, he's working out, then he's catching the ball from him or whatever, he's inside the facility. Yeah, it ain't real football,
bro. It's never live until you get hit.
Right, with bodies coming at you, and I do think that matters, and who knows? Look, he came in as a backup last year to Graham Marsh and was basically Graham Marsh. I would always joke that I said Graham Marsh is the Graham Mertz of 1010XL.
He's driving around somewhere like smiling right now.
He's so happy right now. But I would call him the Graham Mertz of 1010. And then I just went Graham Marsh on him. We miss you, Graham. So anyway, but Mertz was the guy. And then DJ had to step in and took over. And like we said, when he started and finished the game, they were 6-0. But when you have that amount of time, downtime, off time, whatever, recovering time, that's a concern. We'll
I also, by the way, I also thought it was interesting, the Netflix documentary on the SEC.
Yeah.
The Florida segment was basically the Graham Mertz show.
Yeah.
When it should have been the DJ Lagway deal.
Yeah.
Should have been all about Lagway because he's the future. Yeah.
The future.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of backups, will you fire up the ukulele, please? I want to hear how this sounds. Yes.
Perfecto!
The beautiful ukulele, especially at this point of the afternoon, it may cause you to kick back just a little bit for some. It causes you to light up. And I don't blame you. You can just sit back and relax, okay? But let's go from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Oh! With a beautiful Mexican lager. The Pacifico waiting for you. You can head into Publix, pick some up. Just order one up wherever you're at and enjoy it. That's for sure. Found in Baja, imported by surfers for those who live life. Anchors up. I need, DJ Lagway, a backup. Who are the backups that took their teams to a college football playoff title? Who are the backups that took their teams to a college football playoff title?
Dwayne Haskins.
During the season, you mean?
Backup?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so Cardell Jones. And
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be Tua. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
How many you got?
You guys are halfway there.
Halfway there. All right. 2 more.
You can ding yourself up because I was wondering whether he would be able to get Cardell.
I mean, no, Stetson was a starter. And not Stetson Bennett.
He still counts as a backup.
No, he doesn't.
Coming in. Yeah, he does.
Why?
Well, because the first one he did not start.
He didn't start week 1?
Yeah. So he did win the next one as the full-time starter, but did not start. He's won a college football playoff coming off the bench. All right, now 3/4 of the way there.
I'm stuck.
Oh.
Hang on.
Can we get a conference?
No, it'll probably drive you crazy a little bit
stuck.
right now.
Actually, I'm a little stuck.
Huh?
Is it? Wait, is it? No, it's not.
Is it?
I was thinking Florida State, but it's not Florida State.
No. I'm giving it to you.
Go ahead.
It's Trevor Flippin Lawrence.
Right, he didn't start.
Yes. That's right. So let's see if he can. Well, he wants to have that same type of success when he got rolling. But 4 backups, and like we said,
Who was the guy who started that year?
It was
Kelly Gibbs. Is it?
No, it's
maybe Kelly Bryant.
Kelly
there
Bryant.
There you go, Bryant. I was going to say Gibson, but
played one game, played bad against A&M, and then Trevor came in.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
And then Trevor took the job.
Yeah, it didn't take long. But 4 have been backups that have come on to take their team to a college football playoff title. And in the case of Cardell Jones, he was a third stringer that was able to basically.
Yeah.
Herb just said, run. And so we'll see. Now, they've made a handful of decisions in the quarterback world. Matt, where are we at? Because I saw Auburn and Hugh Freeze talking about 3 guys could play against Baylor.
Oh, my God.
And none of them may be any good.
Yeah, I mean,
one of them's named Jackson Arnold.
The whole thing is this: is Hugh was hired for that job,
right?
Because he's such a good developer of quarterbacks, and because he's such a great play caller,
right?
In 2 years, his quarterbacks have thrown 26 interceptions.
Yeah, it's
remarkable.
Is that bad?
It's remarkable how poor of a job he's done.
Okay,
coaching
so
quarterbacks there.
Here's what you've got on the Plains. War Eagle, let us know 641-1010 how you feel about this. But Hugh Freeze, just like Matt described, that's what he was supposed to do. Come in, bring your offense, recruit like a son of a gun, call these great plays that you were calling in Ole Miss
everywhere
against Bama.
Liberty and Ole Miss everywhere. Yeah.
He has Jackson Arnold, Ashton Daniels, who is a senior, and Deuce Knight, who is a freshman.
Deuce
and he
Knight
said that they all
most talent of the 3.
They said they all 3 could play against Baylor week 1.
That's a dangerous game for them.
It's
a Friday game.
Very much so.
That's a Friday game on the road. That place will be packed. That place gets loud. That's the kind of stadium, by the way, that Miami should build. Little 40,000 seat stadium that just gets loud as hell. Right down there. Find somewhere in Coral Gables where we can build that.
So we can be the pun of all your jokes. Really, 40,000?
No.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, we might make fun of 40,000 every once in a while.
Of course you will. Those might, isn't it?
Every once in a while, we might. That's a huge game. A huge game for Auburn.
Right.
If they lose that game, that's, I mean, you know the Auburn fans. They'll want them fired right then. Right then. And Baylor in his last 7 games last year was 6-1.
They wanted to run Aranda out. He thought, I don't know whether they really wanted, they just thought he was done.
Right. And they got hot last year.
Yeah, they did.
Sawyer Robinson got hot. They started playing well, and they were a dangerous team last year at the end of the season.
Yeah. And look, I've been an Aranda fan for a while, but it did look like it was starting to go wrong.
They were leaking oil a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit after the championship season, which was impressive.
Yeah.
They started leaking oil a little bit, but they got back.
Yeah. And so you have to, you like a story like that when a guy like that can say, you know what, don't give up, ship ain't sinking, and he's able to prop them back up. And Baylor could be one of those sneaky teams when it comes to the Big 12 to figure out exactly how they play into it. The Texas Tech, the Baylors of the world, who else you want to throw up there.
Plus Auburn's schedule, not that easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can't afford to lose to Auburn, really. To lose at Baylor to start the season. They still have to play at Oklahoma. They got to play at Texas A&M. They got to play Georgia. They got to play Missouri.
Right.
And they got to play Alabama. Those are like difficult spots for them.
Mammoth.
For a team that hasn't been to a bowl.
And look, we keep talking about
3 years.
Which of these guys?
2 years, excuse me.
Is that what it is? But they keep talking about, we always talk about which of these guys is too expensive to get rid of, that you just keep putting your money back into your player fund or whatever the case is. And I don't know what the buyout is for him, but they cannot be happy right now because they thought they got a proven
Jimbo
coach.
Fisher type buyout. It's not even a Billy Napier type buyout.
Yeah.
So it's not going to. Plus, at Auburn, it doesn't matter if they're in a situation where they're losing again, where they're 6-6 or 5-7. They're not putting up with that. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
He's out then at that point.
Yeah,
and you go hire Fran Brown and you start over.
Yeah, a guy like that.
Yes,
from the SEC.
100%. That's who it's going to be.
Think about like when Nick Saban had these disciples that would take off. They were all pretty darn good and given an opportunity when they got hired. They succeeded. Kirby Smart being one of them. But Kirby's now handed off a Dan Lanning and a Fran Brown.
Let me tell you something. If Fran goes 8-4 with, by the way, Steve Angeli, he named his quarterback.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Remember Notre Dame's backup who played in the playoffs last year? Mm-hmm. He goes 8-4 with Steve Angeli. He's getting an SEC job.
Yeah, probably.
Either Kentucky or Auburn or whatever opens up.
He's a good one, that's for sure. It is XL Primetime, hanging out on a golf club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies.
Hey folks, Rick Ballou here for John's Auto. They've been a staple in Jacksonville going all the way back to 1985. At John's Auto, they service all makes, all models, cars, trucks, diesel, you name it, they do it. Whether it's routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul. Call John's Auto on Arlington Road. That's 904-743-3857 or go to johnsautomotivejacks.com.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
If your house feels like a Florida swamp and your thermostat's just throwing out suggestions, then it's time to call Duck Duck Air Conditioning.
They showed up fast, fixed it right, and even cleaned up after. My house is finally chilled, and so am I.
Whether your AC needs a quick fix, a full replacement, or just a little TLC, Duck Duck Air Conditioning has got you covered with fast and honest service. Call 904-862-6769 to get your cool back, or online at duckduckac.com. When your AC is stuck, call the Duck.
Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to american-electrical.com and see how they can help you.
Maxed out on credit card, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
This is Na Lawrence Stample, national champion and owner of NLS Cleaning, your commercial and residential exterior cleaning experts, where we do pressure washing, gutter cleaning, and paver sealing, plus window cleaning, the right way. Football season's back. Let us get your home or business looking its best. Mention this ad and get 20% off your first service. That's right, 20% off, but only through September 30th. Call us at 708-8802. That's 708-8802. NLS Cleaning, championship service every time.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, my takeaway is that earlier we talked about the 53-man roster and all the guys are going to get cut from the roster. And I remember back in my era, I had to be a counselor, a therapist, and a cheerleader, because a lot of these kids,
very true,
all they know is ball, and the only thing you can do is motivate them, be there. But I've had players come in my room and cry. They know they're not gonna make a team. What do you do about that?
Ain't easy.
It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. So I mean, these last couple of days, these Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays,
right?
You got to get it in, because a lot of these kids, unfortunately, are going home.
End of the road.
I mean, you would think a majority of them know they're going home, right?
Well, some of them don't, bro. Some of them don't. They don't
When I
think
look at my roster, especially with those guys that are the fringe guys, that's the one that probably hurts the most.
Yeah.
We mentioned, I'm trying to think of one of the guys that we were talking about, one of the linebackers, Branson Combs, has had a good camp.
Yeah.
But some people.
I mean, McLeod even.
Yeah.
Depending on how many DBs they keep.
Yeah. And so a guy like that, you're like, what's my next move?
Here's when you know.
Well, practice squad.
Here's when you know you're probably going home, when the coach stops yelling.
Coach stops yelling?
Yeah, I mean, for real, when he stops coaching you, and you go out there and you just get bad ball after bad ball, and he just like, he don't say nothing to you, you gone.
Hey, my takeaway is
I'm through coaching you.
My takeaway is the practice squad is not a bad deal.
No.
Practice squad, not a bad deal. What do they make, Leon?
$200,000, bro.
Yeah, and some of them will make a little bit more, but anyway.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
4 months, $200,000, $50,000 a month.
Yeah,
and they can't practice, correct? Or they can?
Well, they are.
Well, they are. They're the scout.
So they can. Okay, so they can.
That's why they're there.
I didn't know if they could once after train. All right, so
no. That honestly,
then they're there. Then they're working at least.
Yeah, because they're running scout against the starters.
Right. The hamburger team.
Yeah, and because they need numbers. With injuries, they get pulled up and down from the practice squad. Oh, hell yeah, they're practicing. That's for sure.
So but there's nothing wrong with practice squad.
No.
And it's 16 now, is that right?
Johnny, I thought it was 12 a week, but it might be.
It moved it from 14. I think it's 16 now.
Yeah.
I know it's 14 now.
Yeah, because it was. I think it started out as 10, and then so you're saying it's gotten up to 16 now.
Yeah, I think it's
because
16.
of the pandemic is when they
They
basically
initially
changed
expanded,
this.
right?
And at least it helps a little bit because 53-man roster, it gets devastated with injuries or decimated with injuries. You don't have anybody to look to, and so they'll pull a guy up for a week and then put him right back on the practice squad. Johnny Wolford will probably end up there, right?
Yeah,
at least I would think he would, and then he has a chance to at least make some money.
Hennigan too, probably.
Yeah, and then pop on and off. Yeah, and so he'll make 12 GER. How much is it a week?
Well,
something like that.
That's 200 a year.
200 a year, so 4 months.
Yeah. Okay, 12 GER.
Yeah.
200 a year, pretty good, man.
Yeah, 12 grand a week, bro.
Just looking up the guy holding the scout team play, that's pretty good.
Well, and it's so funny because when you think about the amount of money they get paid if they make the league minimum now, and I'm not even looking at Tommy Mack like he was the league minimum by any question, but let's say hello to him right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
There ain't no league minimum in Tommy McManus.
Listen, 5 one-year deals is what I signed. And every year I had to get close to making that team for the most part.
Damn proud
That's
of
beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, listen, that's the time of year right now. It's either you're fighting for your life to make a team or you're fighting for a starting position. So it's a great time of year.
I would always think of them as the 3 Bears. Okay, Brian Schwartz, Tom McManus, and why am I drawing a blank? Brant Boyer.
Brant Boyer.
And,
Oh, yeah,
And
Boyer was
size-wise, that's what they look like. Brant's just a little bit smaller than Tommy Mack. And this dude was taking the starter's role. He was getting it done.
Yeah. Schwartz was special, man. He was 6'4", 260.
Just the health
and he could fly around.
You know, I see Schwartz at the Y.
Oh, do you? Yeah, he's still in great shape. Yeah. You know, look, when you're a gym rat, you're a gym rat for life. You know what I mean?
Which is good. All right, what's cooking?
Well, we're going to look at the roster, man, and it's getting down to that nut crunching time. You know, you got Miami this week, and then it's got to put that roster down and who it's going to be and who's going to be the starters all across the board. We'll look at that. Little college football, and of course we fly out to Vegas tonight for a little trip out there for the Circa Survivor and the Circa Millions. Yeah, so we're going to stay at the Circa
very cool
hotel out there for a few nights. And I got a brother Mike coming in to meet me, and then we're going to all do our show out there. We're just going to have a good time, man. It's going to be great.
It's funny because I'm talking to a buddy yesterday, and he asked me this question, will you guys be out there? And he said, it's in my head. It's in my head. It's this coming week.
Yeah.
So,
It's tonight. Be on a flight tonight, baby.
Right after Johnny.
After the show.
Johnny, if he's listening, he may be on his way out there.
All
as
right,
well.
beautiful.
All right, we're done. Thank you, Tommy.
Thanks,
all right,
Tommy.
so you got helmets and heels coming up.
So I want to give y'all an awkward moment. Tell me how you respond to it. What happens when a 6'6", 300-something-pound offensive lineman comes to your room crying? What do you do?
Oh, my gosh.
What do you do?
Look,
Say,
man.
bro, don't worry, you'll catch on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just know that I'm ultra soft.
Yeah.
I said suck it up.
Yeah.
I'm not hugging you.
Right.
He's got to go home and cry.
I gotta go to cry.
You got an issue? Here's some tissues. All right, we're done. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Head on out. 287 play. We'd love to see you out there tonight. Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, and JJ, and Aaron.